point in your career? And if so, how did you handle it and get out of it?
Yeah, I think the low point came after my right around the end of my sophomore year in college. I started gymnastics formally at age 11, kind of late, but that's when I started, and it was just all out from there on. I loved the sport. I drank it in. I ate it. I breathed it. I slept gymnastics. It was everything to me. And workouts, as hard as they were still fun. It was fun. I loved learning something new. The thrill of acquiring a new skill, the thrill of having success in competition just fueled me. And then I remember my sophomore year in college, I was on the U.S. national team as well as on the UCLA team. And I had to travel for all of our dual meets on the weekends, and I had to intersperse that with travel competing for the United States, going to England for a week, going to Germany for a week, going to Japan for a week. I remember coming back about a week before final exams, totally unprepared, because I'd missed so much of my classes, and I just felt that burden, the pressure of having to excel academically, and still having to maintain really good form for the big important competitions coming up, that all of a sudden everything was kind of crashing down on me. And for the first time in my life, gymnastics wasn't fun. And I remember it was a chore to get motivated to go to the gym, and that had never happened to me before. And I thought that there was something wrong with me inside. Something's wrong. Gee, have I lost it? Am I ever going to get it back? And I remember going up to my coach, and you got to understand, I never took days off. I took 1 day a week off. That was it. Never went on vacation. I just did gymnastics year round. And I'll talk about that later. I don't know if that's wise, but I remember walking up to my coach and saying, "Hey, Mako, I was wondering if after USA Championships, if I could take maybe just a few days off." And I'd never asked for that before. We were in this thing together. We were training hard. He never took a day off, so I didn't feel like I had the right to ask him for a day off for myself. And yet when I asked him that question, I think deep down inside he knew I would never have asked them that question if I didn't think I really needed it. And he said, "Sure, yeah, why don't you do that? Take a few days off." And I was thrilled. And so I took like 3 or 4 days off. To me, it felt like a month. And so I remember my wife, who I was dating at the time, and we went to Disneyland one day. I went to the beach for a whole day. I did no gymnastics, and it was just carefree fun for a few days. And all of a sudden, I thought, time to go back to the gym. And I went back and got back into it. And it was a slow process. I had to kind of get everything back together, but slowly and steadily, all of a sudden, the pressure was gone. Finals were over, and I had done well at the U.S. Championships. I think I won that year. So I still had some good things to think about, and some pressure was off my shoulders. And then all of a sudden, I was back to the routine of loving the sport, learning new skills, and having a fun time with it.
Go to sportsmentaltoughness.com to get your free video training and guided visualization MP3 on how to perform under pressure. I'm Craig Sigl, the Mental Toughness Trainer.